Ahomatakiasen, namaste, sare mere restadar. So, Atsia, Osio, all my relatives. Ahowan ICrow here, also known as Freebird, still currently sitting here in the greater basin, or the Weber River, the Weber River watershed, and I am here with our animal astrology and our eternal child oracle deck. And I am going to make this really quick and simple, if I may, for this week, because it is all about bringing together some of the things that our dove and our raven and our wolf have been visiting with. And when it comes to our subconscious, which was like 2 weeks ago, and bringing it to our conscious awareness, and then our egos, working with our lion last week, and our self-care and self-love. And so this week, even this morning, our topic with all our relations fire ceremony, it is moving into this space of harmony and balance. And for me, that is this feeling of integration. And when I had to do a sneak peek. I did a sneak peek while I had a few moments, and going in and listening and feeling how the raven and the dove and the wolf and all of that was going to kind of meld, blend or harmonize and balance together. Because this is one side of the coin, the other side of the coin, and there's always the middle. We never think about the third side. And so it's finishing this triangulation, you could say, or the Trinity within each side of us, getting ready to move forward as all of these planets are lining up. And I also learned this week from a beautiful young man who has been delving into a lot of different areas and bringing it together, Stefan Burns, and is sharing how there's this convergence taking place this week. And if we take a look at our 2 equinoxes or solstices, and when this convergence point comes in together, let me rephrase this, the perihelion and
get something to eat.
Okay, and this, and this other, when we're the farthest away from the sun and we're the closest to the sun. Don't have me quote the exact words, but right in the middle, we are in that middle space and having all of these different things coming together. So yes, I did a sneak peek, and I also heard to have available 1 water, honoring this time of Pisces that we have been in, and we're moving into Taurus, plus this beautiful time of have a little tiny pot. This little tiny pot showed up, and so I've already went and put some dirt in and pre-moistened it, so feel free to get yours. And yes, we are a little bit after the new moon, but we're still in the new moon window. I'm claiming that so. And to plant a seed. And it's a small little pot that I can put on my dashboard and carry with me. And when she starts to sprout and looks really good and healthy, I can place her in the dirt wherever I am and allow it. And so the seeds that I have are some sunflower seeds. And so I'll be plant a seed of kind of that, we've taken a look at the subconscious. We've taken a look at that subconscious, that what some could say our ego, and we've taken a look at our ego and the goodness of the ego, the goodness of our own unique personality or gift that we have to bring into the world. And, working with that, our Venus, working with our wolf, which is our Mars. So working with our wolf. So what I'm sharing is Venus has been, we left last week, Venus was communicating with our coyote. How have we tricked ourselves? How have we, oh yeah, or how have we tricked ourselves? And what are the good tricks that we can put into place, instead? Maybe whatever your coyote shared with you and how you work with your coyote, that trickster, or that, and we don't want to say that in a negative way, because many times, the coyote can be very beneficent too. So are we bringing out the good beneficent one, or, and can we see the different tricks that we play on ourselves or that get played in the world? Can we pull back and be the road runner that goes beep, and lets it float on by? But our dove is moving, and I made some notes. Our dove is flying this week to visit with our bat, and our bat is Neptune. And so with that knowledge that's been received with the coyote, that energy, now can we put that sonar out? Can we put that vibe and listen for that which we are really wanting to bring in and act upon it? And then our raven, our shapeshifter, the sacred law, has been, we ended last week with the raven having a sit down, having a visit with Bison, our Saturn, that ring. You think of Bison, you think of very strong, very sturdy, has this ring of wisdom, this with the ancestors, and how to receive that abundance through right prayer. And so our raven went to visit with Saturn, and our wolf Mars also went to visit with Saturn right towards the end of the week or the beginning of this week. And so towards the end of this week, they're still sitting. They're all still communing together. That, which wolf are we choosing to feed? How can we bring this forward in an abundant way with right prayer? And at the end of the week, they are going to go visit with Jupiter or Mercury. Our raven is going to go visit with Jupiter, our elephant. And how can we expand this in a really good way? And in a way that our hearts are calling each and every one of us, because this is going to play out differently for each and every one of us. In the meantime, our sun, our lion, our egos is going to go visit with the vulture, and is still visiting with the vulture. I think we ended the week with the lion going to visit with the vulture. How can we transmute this? How can I bring this forward? What do I need to let go of? Or recycle, or reclaim, or whatever the is for you with the vulture. And so our egos, our lions, are transforming a little bit with all of that. Our dove and our raven have learned from these other planets as they've all come together in a very beautiful, powerful I want to say in a very balanced, harmonious way. And it may not look like it at first as, vulture does its thing for a little while. However, if we keep that focus, so this is where I want to bring in all our relations oracle deck and see what our card is for this week. We have this, balancing. Ooh, wow, this one just flew out. Number 37. So card number 37. And this is the image. I'll allow you to take a gander at the image while I look up number 37. Know the unknown, hear the unheard, and see the unseen. And so this is on what I'm seeing and feeling here is using our breath, our prana, our mana, our breath to stay focused on, well, you have the wolf, you have an owl, you have, looks like the new moon, you have raven, that could be dove, but you have the water and the world. And what is my gift, or how am I focusing on the world? What's the truth behind? What's the scene? This is where Neptune, the bat, comes into play. Really listening. And what are we sending out? What are we breathing into the world? And what are we accepting at the same time? I know one of the beautiful lessons or gifts that a sister of mine received in the past week or two is just don't accept what it is that you don't want. If you don't want it, don't accept it, because it comes. It was a perfume thing with a vehicle, but the smell is still there. It is still there. She's like, I didn't want it in the first place. And what we learned from that is, well, let's not accept anything that we really don't want. If we don't really want it, our hearts are not saying it's for us, then don't, politely, in a kind way, say, no, but thank you. Hey. So, but then be willing and open to accept all that love and beauty and let it flow through. And yeah, so this is quick, sweet, and simple. I'm not going to delve into any kind of meditation. I have some other arrangements that I have to get done. I've got a little bit of a time limit here. And so also, let's go ahead. I'm going to plant my seed of transforming that beauty. There is only one life, and that life is the life that is breathing through each and every single one of us. And what I know to be true about this life is it is that perfect harmony. It harmonizes and balances and gives everything that is needed for each and every life in the moment that it is needed, in a way that it is needed, for the greater good of that life and the greater good of the whole. It is that which guides our hearts, whispers to us in the winds, and shares the beauty and highlights It's that which we focus upon. So may we focus on that beauty. May we focus on that harmony. May we focus on that balance. May we focus on those clean waters. May we focus on the beauty and how one sunflower seed can clear toxins in the soil and in the air, and then provide seeds for all the different animals in a multitude of ways through the thousands of blossoms, and then continues as the seeds move on through. If they don't get eaten, they grow more and they blow in the winds. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you for the multitude of beauty, the multitude of wisdom, the multitude of abundance through right prayer, and the multitude of accepting both the dark wolf and the white wolf and merging them together in a beautiful synchronous way that is good and greater good for all that we come in contact with. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you for leading our hearts in a good, wholesome way. Hey, hey, we're going to plant that seed down in there. Keep the soil moist. Put her in the windshield and she'll have the natural sun. And when she's ready, whoosh, say thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. And we'll see y'all next week. Have a beautiful integration week. Hey, hey.